Today we are looking at Katoto, the 90 rated Thunderstruck striker. Now, in terms of the additional information, this is going to be for the women's division. So when it comes to PSG, I believe it is the women's team, not the men's. So I want to say that's right. I can't imagine why it wouldn't be, but I would have thought that it had maybe something kind of next to it just to make sure that it is split between, because we know full well that EA's coding is beautiful sometimes. But she is a 4-star. She's currently coming in at a whopping, I didn't realize Diane got a card, to be honest. That's pretty sick. 1.4 mil. Crazy. But 68,000 coins she's coming in at. A 90 rated striker. And the reason why I've kind of put her in here, she actually has decent stats. A 4-star, controlled. 5'10 with a striker centre forward. We have got Travella Playstyle Plus, which again, like the Finesse Plus, is a very decent trait if you can get in them positions. So obviously for the Travella on the right hand side, if you don't know what one is, it is basically an outside of the foot shot. But what the Travella does now, and especially with a Playstyle Plus of it, is it dips like crazy. If you saw Ronaldo's goal the other day, the chip, maybe not quite that sort of dip, but you get the picture. Like, it does absolutely lob the goalie, and it is kind of broken if you get it in the right position. We have got aerial press proven, we've got power header, and also finesse on the normal ones. And if they do win their first match, she gets an inform to a 91. She then gets 2 regular play stars if they win their second, and if they win 3 out of 4, she gets a second upgrade to a 92, which is beautiful. If you can get a 92 for 67,000 coins, that is not going to be terrible. I don't know how good PSG women's are in the league, whether they are dominant like their normal counterparts in PSG, but in general, they probably will get at least a 1 win. So you are looking more than likely at least a 91 at the very minimum. Icons do need a win of 3 to get 1 upgrade, whereas obviously with these, just 1 win will do it. I don't know if they've played as well. I've been seeing kind of predictions, or at least results coming in of a lot of cards getting their first wins today. So whether she has as well, I haven't quite seen her name. In terms of chemistry stars, we've obviously got to go either engine or hunter. I feel like you just need that little bit extra pace. The engine could provide a bit more on that balance, which really would help the card a little bit more. I don't know if I get the body type, which is lean, in fact. We have got a good amount of composure, though. Strength-wise, looking decent. Great jumping and heading accuracy, which, again, will help in the future. Whether you go for the Hunter, though, the Hunter will give you pretty much the maxed out shooting, a +5 with 93 rated striker in the overall, but you'd also get the 93 pace. So whether you're okay with the agility balance being a little bit lower, then obviously you could go with that instead. But it's kind of an opt for kind of chemistry style. You get 86 agility, 75 balance if you do go for the engine. So let's have a look at her. 60,000 coins. Let's see if she's worth it. So going into the overall for her then, she's 67,000 coins at the moment on the market. She has got the Travella Plus, as we did say. And in terms of kind of every stat, she's not bad. Little bit bulky at times, I might admit. She is a 4-4, which is always nice, but I just find kind of going through that final third, she has that little bit of trouble that you've got to play in a different sort of style, and kind of having normally an Eto there or someone like Azola where I'm just looking for the finesse every time. It is a little bit awkward to try and go for the Travella, as obviously people are knowing what she's got. They know what you're trying to do. Even when you've got some player of the month, they know that you want to go for that finesse. It is becoming more and more apparent in the topper divisions that you just know what a card's got as well. If you know they've got a power header, they are not trying that finesse shot plus, even though it can work at times. It's most definitely not as prominent as when you do have that playstyle plus. In terms of chemistry style, we tried the engine to start with, and she was decent with it, but I weren't really feeling it. I felt like the pace just needed that little bit of pizzazz, and we went with the Hunter instead, which +8 does give her that bit more, and most definitely in some scenarios, she absolutely went with it. She feels like she's got a good amount of strength as well. For somebody with only 83 strength, did feel that little bit higher, which is always nice. You're never going to kind of disagree with that. In terms of pricing for her, though, we've got Bernardo coming in at 82,000 coins, which is crazy for a 90. But then you've got the counterparts. You've got Diane at 1.4. And I think, are they the only women that got it? I know Little got it, but I don't think she's on this list by the looks of it. But in terms of kind of other cards, we have got a lot of high-end meta cards at the minute. You still have your Bremers, your Chans, kind of even your Jesus at 180 is not terrible. Is guaranteed an upgrade as well from the win today, so he's already an 87. So it depends on if she does get that double upgrade. You could be looking at a pretty decent card. If you think a +2 on everything at the minimum means you get 87 pace, which if you did go for the engine, you'd end up with a 91. You'd end up then with 92 shooting. Say everything goes up +2, pretty even upgrade. You'd end up with 87 passing, 92 dribbling, which would add a little bit more onto this balance. Maybe a +1, +2 on the composure as well. Getting then 76 physicality, maybe again with the 85 on that. That most definitely is not an awful card. Whether you want to just use it for fodder at 67,000 coins, it's not bad to get for a 92, but you are taking that gamble. Whether you do that anyway is all down to you. But I think overall wise, from the women's strikers sort of point of view, because we've not really used too many at the moment in terms of kind of the meta, I'd give her like a solid 8. I'd say an 8 is pretty fair for her. She's got a decent amount, but when it comes to the top end strikers, I would pick them all days of the week, because naturally the finesse plus is going to be broken as anything. When you're looking at the same sort of level of card, there isn't too many that I'd even go for 70,000 coins. We're looking more in the 100 to 500k market where you're looking at a very, very good striker. And again, build will always make a difference. So let me know down below what you think. Make sure you do like and subscribe. And if you want to let me know if you reckon she'll get into 92, I'd appreciate it. Take care. Peace.